What is up, my ninjas? Shinobi here, bringing you another Diablo 3 video guide. Today we're going to be talking about the Whirlwind Barb. This build in particular I use pretty much for just farming keys. Just a really lazy way to do T13, whether solo in a group or maybe do bounties or something like that. Just something where I literally hold right click, hit my cooldowns every once in a while, and just read my stream chat, pretty much just flying through the map. And you go actually really quick, over 200% movement speed with this build. So you go very fast. And it's, you know, this build in particular, this is made for speed, right? Because you're using the BK weapons. So if you're looking to go higher, and I'm working on a build like that right now, but you'd be using the Little Rogue and Slanderer combo. So we're just going to be talking about the farm build here. You can use this build in particular, like I said, for bounties or T13 key farms. And then I'm going to show you a variation that you can use for like speed 70s or 75s, 80s, something like that, that you can use for you know, just farming for primals, getting the rest of the gear that you need for your pushing build at the end of the season. So we are using a 5-piece set right here with the Wrath of the Wastes, all centralized around the whirlwind damage. We'll be using the Skull Grasp. Now this would be better to be in your cube, but I didn't have another Avarice band because I already had an Avarice band in my cube, and that's what this is going for here. So you get a lot of survivability with this setup because this is a gold wrap setup. I'll probably just should show you the cube real quick. So using a furnace for a little bit of damage, and then gold wrap here, and then Avarice band. So the gold wrap Avarice band with the Boon of the Hoarder gem combo is a pretty standard thing nowadays. It's just for getting a bunch of gold picked up, and you get a whole bunch of toughness. You get like hundreds of billions of toughness. You're invincible when you have that gold stacking as you're going through the Nephilim rifts or you're doing bounties or whatever. And it's also a good way to build up some gold as well, so you can spend that on your augments, you know, getting more upgrades and keys and stuff like that. Now I would be using the gold wrap, but I didn't have a good one. I had a really bad one, so I just put it in the cube, and this one here was okay, except the property is not very good. So talk a little bit more about the items. Like I said, we got the 5-piece here because we got the Season 16 Reign of Royal Grandeur buff, and then with this chain here, so when you use Warcry, you get a movement speed for you and allies. So this goes up to 40%. Like I said, I could have got a better one, but you know, I'm not really worried about getting gear for this character. I literally have the basics, and I just use it to farm keys and do bounties. That's it. That's all I care about for this character. It's just, you know, you need to farm a lot of keys throughout the season to do those Paragon grinding and stuff like that, and this character just makes it so easy. We're going to be using the Mantle of Channeling here to get some, yeah, just some more extra damage, survivability, using Strength, Vitality, cooldown, and I have some area damage here. My cooldown's not even 8%. Like, that's how little I actually spend on this character, like actually caring about the rolls and stuff. And then the Hellfire Amulet. It's good to have a Hellfire Amulet here because you're not going to be utilizing something like Compass Rose, Traveler's Pledge, or anything like that. So yeah, just get something that's somewhat useful. This isn't even this is a pretty bad Hellfire Amulet, so you can see, like, it's not, this character has very little time on it. And then looking at the gloves here for some rolls. So on the gloves, I got attack speed, which is, really don't really want attack speed. So strength, crit chance, crit damage are the main things you want, and then you can get like cooldown, maybe some area damage or something like that instead of the attack speed. Using some Nemesis bracers, just because they're good for speeding, right? Hitting those pylons or hitting those you know, shrines and stuff. So just going for cold, strength, vitality, crit chance. On the helmet, just going basic stats here: strength, vitality, crit chance. Now you could actually go for a little bit more damage here. I believe you could get Whirlwind on the helmet as well, but my helmet in particular was pretty bad, so Yeah, I could have got Whirlwind there. My helmet was pretty bad, so I was just, I just literally got the 6-piece the way it came, and it just went, So just using an Obsidian Ray and the Zodiac here. Obsidian Ray and Zodiac is going to be useful because you're going to be constantly hitting things, and you're going to be able to get your Wrath of Berserker permanent, and you're going to be able to use your War Cry very often, so you can go really fast. So you just always have your cooldowns up whenever you need them. My cooldown right now is sitting around almost 50%, which is not too bad, but my damage is definitely lacking in that area. I don't have any augments or anything like that on this gear. Now, it is centralized around the BK weapons like I was talking about before. These weapons are nice because they give you this 2-piece there, which is increased fury generation by 15, and then during Whirlwind you get 45% increased attack speed and movement speed, so you just fly through. If I can give you an example here, so we're at 25% right now. If I pop everything, 164%, pick up like a pylon or a speed shield or something, like some kind of speed or something, you're just flying through, man. And then also, when you activate your Boon of the Hoarder, you get even more movement speed. You're just really, really fast. You just fly through the rifts or the greater rifts that you're doing. Chest piece, looking for strength, vitality, reduce elite damage. But like I said, these rolls are all pretty bad. The pants here, you're looking for strength, vitality, resist all. Once again, bad roll because I got resist in the secondary here. On the boots, strength, vitality, resist all, whirlwind damage. So this one could be better as well. On the weapons, you're looking for just damage, percent damage. Reduce resource is okay because it kind of helps you with keeping your fury up and not having to worry about it ever, because we are utilizing something like Berserker Rage, which gives you more damage when you're near maximum fury. So having some RCR is going to be helpful here. I guess we can look at how much I have. So fury cost reduction is 23% right now, and I get 18 per second on top of that. So yeah, so you can get, just mess around with some of the RCR, try and get around that area. And then cooldown reduction, we have, just a little, you might go cooldown reduction on both of them if you don't feel like you need as much RCR, but yeah. And then onto the rings, the gems. So we have Bane the Trapped, Taeguk. So these are both big damage increases. This one's give you a little bit of survivability too. And like I said, Boon of the Hoarder for that combo with the gold wrap. So taking a look at what we have here, using Ancient Spear, Harpoon, that doesn't really matter what you have here. This can help you sometimes. You might be pull a mob towards you or something like that. But Whirlwind, Hurricane. So I'm using the cold one here because it does actually pull some mobs into you. It makes it a little nicer for kind of getting those blue mobs all together on you. So when you hit them with your Whirlwind, you pick up the globes right away and you keep going. Just makes it a little bit more efficient, but really you could probably go any one you want here pretty much. If you want to go for more life, you can turn it into a physical version. If you wanted to maybe make your fury even easier, then you could go with the lightning there. You want more damage, you can go with the fire. So yeah, I mean, you really could switch it up. Battle Rage, Bloodshed, this can be nice because you're going to get some damage increase, which is something you have to activate every once in a while. And then you also get the bonus damage here, which is nice. Sprint Marathon, just give you a nice speed boost. Kind of, resembles old school Whirlwind setup. And War Cry with a Veteran's Warning. So this one's going to give increased dodge chance by 30% while affected by War Cry. You could even switch this up to something else like gain armor. You could go for more resistance. You just mess around with whatever ones you want. Doesn't really matter too much. And then Wrath of Berserker Insanity, just get a nice damage bonus. So I'm using here Weapon Master because we are using mighty weapons, so we get 2 fury per hit. So this means that we don't have to go something like the lightning one, but if you did go lightning, then you could switch this out for something else. Just enables us to make sure we're always keeping our fury up. Even though you do get a lot of regen from the BK, it's nice to just stay right on top. And you'll see why also when I show you the other version of the build. Rampage, just big damage bonus here, and that's just BK, just to make sure we're keeping our Wrath of the Berserker up. So yeah, that's pretty much that there. With the Templar, just make sure you get the bottom left one, which is going to give you Fury generation by 10%. It's actually pretty key when you're playing in a group and you don't have that Fury generation. This is part of the reason why Weapon Master is pretty nice for this, because you know, you might be teetering a little bit down. This just keeps you full all the time, especially when you're playing solo. You're just doing some solo key farm or some bounty farm or something. So if you switch it over to the Greater Rift version, so we swap this over. So not much changes. It's pretty much the same, except your cube changes a little bit. So we have an Aquila and a Unity. Just because we don't really need the extra damage, we just need some survivability. For when we're going through like speed 70s or something. You're still going to do them sub 2 minutes, enabling you to get more primals per hour, yada yada yada. And then we're taking out the Boon of the Hoarder because you don't get gold inside of Greater Rifts. So you're going to be using the Wreath of Lightning for the additional movement speed and a little bit of burst damage there. But yeah, it's pretty much the same throughout that as well. Yeah, pretty much everything else is going to be just about the same. I actually have this on the wrong thing. I forgot to save it. Just make sure that it's all, yeah, it should be all good here. We could actually even switch out Brawler if you wanted to, just to help you a little bit with your Fury. So yeah, so that's why we're able to kind of keep that up there with the combination of the Templar and then also having Unforgiving on the Hellfire Amulet, which Unforgiving, if you don't know what that does, no longer degenerate Fury. Instead, you gain 2 Fury every 1 second. So this means that, you know, if you're standing still, you're constantly going to be at full. You know, pretty nice to have. It's just kind of a comfort thing, but yeah, that's the Greater Rift version, and you're going to be just using strength gems here. You could even opt to go for, instead of like go with the resist gems and then maybe get rid of Unity and go for like a convention of elements. Yeah, Paragon, just took a look real quick here. So we're looking at just movement speed, strength. We're going to be going with the crit chance, crit damage, cooldown, then attack speed. Then resist all, life, armor, then life regen, and then reduce resource, area damage, and then whatever you want there. So yeah, if you have any more questions, guys, about this build or some of the other builds that I've covered this week, I do have more videos coming for you guys, but come over to my live stream channel, twitch.tv/ShinobiLive, if you do, like I said, need some more additional help. We are helping the community all the time over there, and I also have a Discord channel as well, which is discord.gg/ShinobiLive, a Discord partner, and the links are all in the description down below. Hopefully you enjoy this here. It's nice to just spin and win and just pretty much watch a movie or something while you're farming keys, and that's what this is designed for. This is not a pushing build or anything. Maybe that will come in the future in some other builds that I do. Anyways, guys, as always, my name is Shinobi, and thanks for watching.